Talk to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our talk show Eco Insights. I am Yemisa LG Fernal, your host for today. A look at the environmental concerns that impact our planet Earth. Today's episode is eye-opening as we talk about the issues faced by Jamaican coral reefs, sustainable fishing, and the issues between human activities and preserving our marine ecosystems. Today, we have three incredible guests who bring a wealth of knowledge and unique perspectives. First up, we have Ms. Charmaine Rosavio. Joining them is Ms. Cindy Bandijes, and last but not certainly least, Ms. Marla Celestia. Let's dive into this fascinating discussion with our esteemed guests. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, our first question takes us back in time. Ms. Rosavio, have you heard what happened to the coral reefs in Jamaica during the 1950s and 1990s?
Thank you for having me in the show. Indeed, during that period, Jamaica witnessed severe decline in coral reefs due to overfishing, pollution, and unsustainable coastal activities done by humans. The once vibrant coral ecosystems of coral suffered significant damage, impacting marine biodiversity and the livelihoods of local Jamaican communities.
Thank you, Ms. Rosavio, for raising awareness of what happened during that time. Now, let's shift our conversation to fishing practices. Can you please enlighten us, Ms. Celestial, how does ecologically sustainable yield differ from the maximum sustainable yield? Ecologically sustainable yield takes into account a fishery's long-term health and strives to maintain a balance between harvesting and replenishing, while maximum sustainable yield, on the other hand, focuses on harvesting the greatest amount of fish without jeopardizing the population's fish to replenish. Thank you for your knowledge, Ms. Celestial. Alright, our segment continues to become more interesting and informative. With the world's population growing, how does this affect the goal of maximum sustainable yield? What is your insight about this, Ms. Martinez?
Well, the challenge lies in increased demand for seafood of humans. Sustainable management practices become important to prevent overfishing, habitat degradation, and ecosystem collapse. Balancing human needs with ecological limit is crucial for achieving the goal of maximum sustainable yield.
Thank you for sharing your insights, Ms. Bandijes. Now let's move on to these critical issues that also need to discuss in our talk show, which is the Eco Insight. For you, Ms. Rosavio, over 50 years in Jamaica, what are the effects of fishing on marine ecosystem beneath the ocean?
Over the decades, overfishing in Jamaica has altered the marine ecosystem dynamics. Beyond impacting fish populations, it has led to habitat degradations, loss of biodiversity, and disruptions in the delicate balance of ocean ecosystems.
Indeed, they help us unravel the challenges of Jamaica's coral reefs and the broader issue of sustainable fishing. Stay tuned, sit back and relax. We've got an knowledgeable segment coming up after break, where we'll dive into some captivating stories and intriguing discussions. Don't go anywhere, you won't want to miss a moment of this. Today, we have the same panel guests. They will help us again to unravel the mysteries of ecology and conservation. Let's now delve our minds exploring the concept of extinction death on the show. So, let's begin. Good day. I would like to ask again Ms. Bandejas about this. Could you enlighten us, our audience, about the terms of extinction death?
It's my pleasure to inform all of you about this matter. Well, in ecology, extinction death occurs because of time delays between impacts on a species, such as destruction of the habitat due to human activities. For instance, long-lived trees may survive for many years even after reproduction of new trees has become impossible, and thus they may be committed of extinction.
Thank you, Ms. Bandejas, for your insights. It indeed helped us to have a clear definition of extinction death. Now, let's proceed to a specific study of Gibson et al. 2013. Ms. Celestial, for you, what were the finding studies of that study?
So it's my pleasure to discuss this matter. Gibson and the team found that human activities have triggered a decline in biodiversity, emphasizing the interconnectedness of ecosystems. It was a wake-up call to the broader consequences of our actions. May we all humans realize our threat to our natural biodiversity. Let's make our knowledge put into action to protect our environment.
Great expressions, Ms. Celestial. Thank you for that. Now, shifting our focus to the current state of our environment, Ms. Celestial, now, what are your thoughts about habitat fragments unfolding currently?
Well, habitat loss has a considerably bigger negative influence on biodiversity than fragmentation, which has generally modest effect that can be both beneficial and bad for biodiversity. The primary threats to terrestrial biodiversity today are habitat loss and fragmentation. Human activities such as agricultural development have resulted in catastrophic global habitat loss and fragmentation.
I have another question here for Ms. Lasavio. Can you shed light on the human factor in habitat fragmentation, particularly due to industrialization and technology? I know our viewers are curious to hear facts about it.
So this matter is indeed crucial and relevant to discuss. Humans play a role in habitat fragmentation, altering landscape for development and technological advancement. It's vital for us to recognize our impact and work towards sustainable coexistence of both our needs to technology without jeopardizing the habitat of organism.
Thank you for that, Ms. Lasavio. Our final question for this afternoon, if we were asked each of you, what is your personal advocacy to mitigate habitat fragments? So let us now first listen to Ms. Lasavio next to Ms. Bandejas.
So personally, I advocate for community engagement and education, empowering local communities to understand the importance of preserving natural habitats.
I focus on educating our young ones because it is crucial for policy advocacy. I work towards influencing policies that promote sustainable development and habitat conservation, especially in our locality.
Wonderful insights from our guest today. We've covered learning about extinction death, Gibson et al. Studies, habitat fragments, and personal advocacy. Remember, each one of us plays a role in shaping the future of our planet Earth. So until next time on Equi Insights, stay informed and connected to the world around you, everyone.